Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 5 as the Immortal Polish, where we are continuing what I thought was my first Immortal culture run, but is actually my second Immortal culture run. We do have tremendous science, though. We are number 2 overall. If you take a look over there, only behind Portugal, and if we check, Portugal's got 43 technologies, we have 42 technologies, and, you know, we're just one technology away from that count. We might not have literally the same techs, but we are basically neck and neck with the lead technology, which means if this cultural thing doesn't work out, we can always go for some science. So where am I going to go ahead and drop this Polish great scientist? It would be nice, again, to do it in Krakow, because it has the academy, but I'm not really seeing great tiles to drop it on. I suppose I could drop it right there. Being adjacent to fresh water, I would have preferred to just build a farm there. Actually, I think that's the thing that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and do that. Egypt has reformed their religion, and there are some denunciations all over. Really, how many people are denouncing Egypt right now? Poland, Indonesia, the Zulus, and Portugal. That is lovely. We just need the Incas to jump in there. And the Zulus are at war with Egypt, because of course we bribed them to do so. And we are going to go ahead and dig up this site. We do have somewhere to stick this artifact, right? That's something we're going to have to start being concerned with. I think we do have one slot. And we need more great works for writing. What do they want? What is this? Oxford University. Writings from different eras and from civilizations than the city owner. We could do that. We could swap for a Shoshone medieval. And for a Indonesian industrial. Which means we can take these groups of writing, these works of writing, Indonesian and Shoshone, get our theming bonus. Voila! Some extra culture going on. Do we have I don't think we've got a cultural multiplier in our capital, but just in case, let's go ahead and just move that there. Although there's something you said about having the culture boost on our borders, that we push out our culture a bit more, because I think this gets applied to border growth. Which actually means we probably want it in Rocklaw. Do we have a slot there? No, we have no slots in Rocklaw. We really need to get some culture buildings up in there. We are working towards the Louvre, actually, which will give us a crap ton of slots for our archaeological stuffs, which is going to be great. That's very, very ideal there. Still got some musketmen there. We still don't have a military to speak of. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass. No, sorry, I have no interest in that agreement. Yeah, it does strengthen our relationship. Cotton for your ivory. Love it. I'm only at +3 happiness. Oh, don't really have a lot to spare. Once we get an ideology, our happiness tends to explode. We're going to have to go and improve this aluminum soon. We do have a mine on our first aluminum, which is beautiful. And yeah, we finished that iron. What I'm going to do is move here and start working on farms, because Poznan really needs food. This guy's going to work on the sheep as soon as he's done with the horse. Ironworks is coming underway in Warsaw. Musicians Guild. We still need a lot of archaeologists. We need a lot of everything. We are going to go ahead and construct that academy there. I'll make sure to lock the tile, although I think that they'll be working it regardless. We got 3 academies now in Krakow. Which means a little less food from this. Luckily, it is being sustained by the Lake Victoria. A lot of people have pointed out that I should have grabbed the incense bonus for the Pantheon instead of the Natural Wonder one. And that might be true. Okia is taking some damage. Oh! Yeah, that's the Zulus are going to take that away from Egypt, which... I mean, I don't want the Zulus to become too much more powerful, of course, but we'll take what we can get for now. I would like to flip over this small city. I should be able to convert it over. Meanwhile, my own cities have the religion. Open borders. Yes, mutual open borders. Very important to maintain. Just for the diplomatic stuff, if nothing else. Oh my god. Are these still... Look at all these great prophets. How is the Incas... How are they spamming out so many great prophets? I don't understand. I mean, they must have faith coming out the wazoo. But still. So Warsaw loves the king. Also, we've got spices for Belgrade and Samarkand, which is nice. Samarkand actually wants money. Allied with the Zulus right now. It'd actually be a really nice one for us to keep. We'll see how it goes. Colosseum is done. We need public schools. We need lots of things. We have aluminum, which means we can build a hydro plant here, which would be a crap ton of production. Oh, you can go to be default focused. My bad. And am I happy with what you're working? Well, you're working most of the high food tiles. We want to lock some more as opposed to running specialists. I actually have a lot of happiness right now. Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to manually lock some of these. I mean, you'll mostly be working reasonable ones. So yeah, let's get some extra food. Something like that. That's a great tile. That's a really good tile. The thing is, specialists are worth a lot right now because they do get the extra 3 science. So I think... Oh, it's going to do that thing where it moves tiles around in a way that I don't actually want. I'll have to turn on the manual specialist control. Unlock some tiles myself. Yeah, work those. There's another 2 food tile over there, but it's kind of weedy. It's not much food, but the extra money is not bad. I think we can go ahead and run 2 science specialists here. That's going to be worthwhile. I do like the idea of the hydro plant. We do need to get some museums soon, although if we do finish that Louvre, it's a lot less important. I don't think we need walls here. Public schools is good. It's really good for the extra science. But I think I'm going to prioritize the hydro plant. It's just so much production. And maybe the windmill. And then we should probably queue up the public school museum before I change my mind and get distracted. I still need more workers. I still need archaeologists. I really do screw myself with like low production, unimproved sites for way, way, way too long. Speaking of though, is this cotton improved? No. So let's go and do that so we have something else to trade. Coal is discovered. 1, 2, 3, out of range of the capital. I mean, we'll get access to coal, which counts for something, but not being able to work it is kind of poop. I can't buy this tile, unfortunately, and I really want to have it. 1, 2, 3. I can't buy this tile either. Hopefully we get some cultural pops. 3 turns into border growth. It looks like it will take this coal, which will be nice. Again, we can't work it, but I don't know, we can trade it. We can obviously build factories. We can have factories in every single one of our cities, because we're going to have lots of coal. Shaka is plotting against me. A plot is not a surprise. That is different from an actual attack, though. Yes, we're all good friends. Research agreements are still not popped. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer on that. This worker here, I have no idea where you were supposed to go. You could improve this tile for woods, I suppose. Why don't we send you way over here to improve that aluminum? I think that has a lot of value. Next turn. Let's go ahead and try to spread this religion. It's going to pop 2 citizens over. There we go. Equal stuff. They actually have more pressure for the other religion. Yes, we're all on good terms. You're happy about that. Oh, you're neutral, so I can't flip you over. Yeah. We're all happy. Excellent. The Incas have denounced Egypt. I don't suppose I can bribe you to go to war with Egypt, because that would be really great. Again, that's a neighbor. Someone I don't want declaring war on me. No. You might be willing to do a mutual war declaration. Did I do that? I don't see what Egypt could possibly do to me. Listen, shall we declare war against Ramses? No. You hate him. You just don't feel that the military situation is good. You are going to create... We have a choice of which one we want. Either way, it's going to be Ancient Era. We'll say Shoshone. Just for reasons. Yes, we're going to do that. Let's take a look. That's the only slot for that until I finish the Louvre. Not that I have any other archaeologists around. Anywhere that's within 3 borders of a city is going to turn into, what's it called, like a landmark? Landmark. Which will be nice. And the hotels do multiply that out to get more tourism, which is also a really nice thing. Chemistry is done, so we get our +1 production on mines, which is pretty good. And fertilizer. Oh my god, we just finished a bunch of research agreements is what happened. We just burned through all that. Okay, queue up biology. Actually, we're going for refrigeration specifically. And there's a lot of overflow. We're halfway through biology already. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous thing. You are done building a pasture on the horses. You can build a pasture on the sheep. We are done ironworks. And yeah, you know what? I don't even know we need the Musicians Guild that critically compared to the archaeologists. Yes, we need tech, we need military, we need everything. I need to get these archaeological sites before they all go away. We've got a little bit of money in the bank, so we should be able to repeat our research agreements. You don't have enough money. The Incas are never having any money. I don't know what they do with their cash. Oh, you don't have any either. No, look at that. I mean, I could sell them, or I could buy something from them, which might be worthwhile, especially with all the bonuses I have. Although I don't have that much money either. So, and you're making money per turn. I guess we'll just wait. But I need to get those back up and running super fast. Orders have grown, population has grown. Jerusalem wants faith. That route 2 canceled. Oh, because this guy got in the way. Which is fine. Build me another farm. When we finish this farm, we'll try to have this guy build the roads. Louvre, 17 turns. 2 turns away to our great engineer. Don't know how much production it gives us. We might actually just want to stall our production on the Louvre at this point, because we might be overkilling it. I want to get it so that it's within 1 turn of the great engineer. I bet you we could just stall it out for a bit. You're in the front. Actually, go ahead and start on a windmill. See how it goes. Hopefully this is not screwing myself. Okay, the Incas have gone to war against the Zulus. They're not even that close. I guess it's because of Vilcus. Although it seems bad that the Incas are the ones who declared the war, because they might just lose this site, and I don't want to make the Zulus much more powerful. On the bright side, the Zulus are distracted. That is the only positive here. We have incense trade. Our happiness is going through the roof. Love it. Poznan's finally got some decent food production thanks to having a few farms, and we'll certainly build a few more. We purchased our great engineer in Warsaw. Actually, that was dumb. I shouldn't have put it on automatic purchase, although I probably would have forgotten to do it, because what I could have done is I could have gone into Rocklaw and clicked the button there for the great engineer, and then I wouldn't have had to walk him over, and saved probably 2 turns of walking. So it's grown. Wants a great general. I don't know we're going to make a great general. If we're real lucky, we won't go to war the entire game. So it looks like the Zulus and the Egyptians have peaced out. Yeah, so Cahokia hasn't fallen, which honestly makes me pretty happy. I don't want the city-states to just disappear, and I don't want the Zulus to become too powerful, despite being my ally. Maria has declared war on Pocatello. Wait. Incas and Portuguese have declared war on the Shoshone. Well, that's not fighting Egypt. Actually, I should have seen if I could bribe, if I could have bribed Portugal to go to war with Egypt. Very well. Well, let's create a divide. Yeah, he's going to go around attacking all the city-states again. I really want Egypt to stay in this war, and now Portugal won't go. Yeah, it was a mistake to not bribe Portugal to attack Egypt while there was other wars going on, because they would have been more likely to do it. Got some Incan units around here on Samarkand. Things are happening. You are going to finish my road, please and thank you. You have finished the ducal stables for extra production, which is nice. We need museums, we need lots of things, but right now I'm going to queue up an archaeologist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unqueue the ridiculous number of archaeologists there. We'll build 1 more after that, and then we'll decide what's going to happen. Poznan has grown. Food situation is resolved. Yes. You're denounced by the Zulus. This will upset the Zulus a bit, but the Zulus aren't willing to sign friendship with me. You're also at war with a lot of people, which might upset a few people here and there. But for now, I'm looking... You have no money. You have no money. You have no money. God damn it. We want a research agreement. Indonesia has declared war on the Zulus. Okay. As long as it keeps them busy. Another research agreement is completed. We discovered oil. Quite a few sources of it. Oh, this one is the only one that has an improvement on it already. Great engineer, get your butt over there, so we'll be able to do that next turn. So we'll just switch production at that point. Can I mouse over? No, I can't find out. There's a way to find out just how much production it gives. I think it scales with eras. I don't know, stuff like that. Another archaeologist. So again, I want to send you into foreign territory to steal their stuff. At the very least, I don't want them building landmarks on it, because that will just make them harder to convert. I guess we'll go ahead and send you over here. That's fine. Quite far. Yes, open borders is good. And actually, I guess we are going to have an archaeologist come over there. So tell you what, I'm going to cancel your movement so you don't have to go quite as far. We're going to send you to this site, which has the benefit of not being within someone's borders and is less likely to piss them off. Although, if they don't have archaeology, I don't think they're aware that I'm digging up their stuff. It might be hard to reach over there. And adopt a new policy. So it'd be nice to get all these extra policies and ideologies, but there we have it. Definitely time to finish cultural exchange at this point. We're going to boost up our tourism output to people. It's going to be very valuable. We can steal a technology. We can steal metallurgy. Actually, that's not bad. Leads to rifling. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my spy. So that was in Lisbon. They might still have a tech above me. They have 44. I have 47 technologies. I actually have more technologies. Am I the tech leader? I am the tech leader. I should just go to space, you guys. Because Poland can into space. But I've done that already. I've already done a Polish space victory. I think that one was on Emperor as opposed to Immortal. But there we have it. I'm going to move you to the hideout. Yes. And then I'm going to move you into, say, what is the Zulu capital? Not Istanbul. Not that one. Is it Ulundi? I think Ulundi is their capital. If I move you there, yeah. I'll set you as a diplomat. We'll just keep an eye on things over there, and then call that good enough. Or I could have 2 defensive spies. Actually, you know what? Let me do that. Because I have one in Krakow, which is my science leader, but I can also throw one in my capital. Since I'm such a tech leader, I'm going to go ahead and double defensive spy up. That's going to be fine. We are going to want diplomats later on when there's ideological differences, but for now it's okay. I'm going to take this worker and move him all the way up here. We're going to improve that oil tile. This engineer, you're going to step in. We're going to change our production around for the Louvre. So the Louvre is short how many? It's 750, and how much do we have sunk in? Doesn't tell me? Ah, there we go. We need 500 more. So if I pop this, 490. Okay. All right. I think the timing worked out well. I don't know. I might be confusing myself. Or no, it just gave me how much hammers are needed. So I probably overshot the production. I have no idea. I either timed it perfectly or it turns out I wasted a bunch of hammers. Yes, everyone hates Egypt. Excellent. We're going to finish the Louvre. Go, 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 go. Need a place for all our artifacts. Cahokia has been captured by the Zulu. Oh, because it flipped over to the Incas, it got pulled back into the war and it fell. Louvre! All right. You are... Did you already mine it? There wasn't already a mine. Hope there wasn't already a mine. I sort of derped and all that. Go ahead and improve the oil over there. We can build a lot of planes if we want. Turn this into a domination game. Gonna go from cultural to science to domination. I mean, the thing is, Poland is so strong, and we have such a tech lead, we really can just do whatever the hell we want, which is kind of fun. We're obviously going to create a great work here. St. George and the Dragon. Dargon. So, the Louvre wants 2 great works of art and 2 artifacts, with all 4 being from different eras and different civilizations. So it's going to be a challenge, obviously. We've got a Shoshone artifact, and we've got a Polish industrial artwork. So, different civilizations as well? And different... So what I should do is I should trade away this thing for something from another era, or from another civilization. It doesn't have to be my own. Different eras, different civilizations. So we can actually have one from my civilization, but it doesn't make sense to keep the industrial one. I could just wait and see what the situation is later, but I also don't want these artifacts to get locked down, or these works of art to be locked down. So right away, I'm going to try. So I've got a Shoshone. I'm going to try to trade for something that I can't reach. So we got to keep these 2 because of the theming bonus. So like the Portuguese, I probably won't dig up any Portuguese artifacts, for example. Egypt might be the same as well, but Portuguese is probably even less likely. Although there's a lot more Renaissance. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to get a Renaissance piece of art from Portugal and do that. Just as an early thing. It's a bit early, but we'll see what we can do. If we can get the theming bonus going on in the Louvre, we're going to crush it on culture and tourism. You know what? It's fine. City-states aren't as important as just keeping friendly relations with the civilizations. I should have pulled back my my protection guarantee, but honestly, at this point, I don't know who I'm protecting, and there's probably not that many of them. Great Writer is born in Warsaw. Good, because we need that. We got a promotion. Oh, we got a free Gatling gun. If you're going to be here, actually, either one I think would be much better to have open terrain, because we have a lot of open terrain kicking around. Are we going to keep it around Rocklaw? This one is slightly more likely to be attacked by the Zulus, and this one's slightly more likely to be attacked by Indonesia. I think it's 601, half an inch in it. You know what? I got to put a unit in my capital. Otherwise, the Incas might decide to attack me. And I wouldn't blame them. I'd be like, yeah, you're right, dude. You got me. Well done. You were going where? There was a... Did it go away, or do I just not see it? No, there it is. Oh, it's there. That's where I'm going. So I'm just going to wait a turn until the Incas move. I'm going to create a great work. Boop. Lovely. Get some growth. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great person. Lost some friendships and things. That's okay. We got a little bit of money. We could throw a bribe out. Is this Samarkand? It is. Could I flip them? No. Close, but no cigar. If I waited for 1,000, I could, and it might be worth doing that. It's a good spot for me to have an ally, and weakening the Zulus, that's not terribly relevant, but I'm a little worried that the Incas might decide to just take Samarkand, so we'll see what we can do about that. Oki has fallen. Yeah, we're just going to save our money for now, but we're definitely going to consider doing something of that nature. The crossbows, so I could upgrade these guys to Gatling guns, and you know what, that might be the best thing to do with my money. Just increase my effective military rank, which I'm 7th, I'm not the worst. Oh no, I am the worst. I forgot the Ottomans used to be in the game a long, long time ago. I can still remember. We can also upgrade our pikemen to winged hussars, our unique units, which are cool and sexy. Sure. I think military strength is determined mostly by melee strength as opposed to range strength. Maybe both factor in. It's probably a good idea for me to upgrade my military and just look a little scarier and try to dissuade people from attacking me. So we'll do that. Plus, you know, we'll have some of our unique units. What I could also do, and probably should do, especially if I feel like I've got enough forces in various places, is stick some units back in my city to save a few bucks. I mean, I still mostly want them on the front, but there's something to be said about doing a little bit of that. This one's pretty safe city. I don't think Indonesia. I'd see it coming a mile away, wouldn't I? Saving money is one thing, but you know what? I'll leave you in woods. That way you can reinforce in a few different directions. Actually, that's the thing to do with my winged hussars more than anything else. Tell you what, I'm going to put the crossbow back over there. You're going to queue that way. We're going to go and hit the next turn button. You are going to dig this well. So it's going to hurt our food in Rocklaw, a desert city that already doesn't have that much food. But, you know, oil is good. We can eat oil, right? Well, actually, in a sense, we do, because you use oil to manufacture most fertilizers. If we run out of oil, our food supply is going to drop dramatically. Yes, that's fine. I still have lots of extra incense. Sounds great. Let's keep that up. The Incas are spamming out tons of units, and also they're still keeping up their missionaries and profits, because that's the way they go. You have a lot of aluminum. I should really still see if I can sell my horses and iron. It's... Oh, excellent. I accept. Portugal still has no money. You have no money. So, who am I going to sell my horses and iron to? You have no money. I'll tell you what, let's try to sell some stuff to the Incas, since we already have a research agreement. Would you be interested in some spare horses? Actually, I'm going to keep some horses in case I need to make more winged hussars. And not aluminum. Iron. Like, all my iron. Oh, you're actually considered to be something. And you give me gold. You give me a luxury resource? I might be able to ask him for more. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of willing to take this. Anyway, just off the off chance, would you give like 100 flat gold? No, you were... you'd give me less gold per turn, but more up front. More importantly, you will just give me a gold resource. I accept. That is fine. I mean, I have happiness to spare here. More farm. We're working 29 turns to a golden age. And I might want to re-food focus my cities. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut in here, and I'm going to figure out if I'm working completely derp tiles or not. Even then, Warsaw on default focus, like, it's mostly working food, plus some insanely good tiles. We're not working an artist guild, which I think is fine. Oh, hold on. Before I cut here. Oh, I need an active trade route. That would be really nice. Do I have another slot for work of writing? I do. I actually have 2. And I'm not as concerned about getting art slots because I'm hoping to get artifacts right now. Although I do need one more great work of art to finish the Louvre. That is true. Yeah, because I can put in a Polish industrial work of art in the Louvre, and that would be good. Let's go ahead. We just finished our Great Writer. Let's go ahead and switch back to artists and go ahead and do that. Okay, thank you very much for watching, folks. We're going to put a cut in here. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.